Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. My name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada. And oh my gosh, we just had a storm go by, like a rainstorm. Looking out to the west, it is clear, but looking out to the east, it is cloudy and dark. It was like we actually had hail. Sorry for the delay. Facebook was giving me a hard time. I'm not sure what's going on. I've been noticing that it's timing me out every so once in a while. So I'm going to make sure I find myself here and that we are good to go, because you never know with Facebook. If you are here, say hi. Let me know you're here. Please like, comment, and share my videos. The best compliment you can give me. And we all want more people crafting with us each week. Okay, I'm trying to find myself, so just give me a minute here. I swear, Facebook sometimes can be so temperamental. Oh, I see myself. I almost feel like this summer I need to look at maybe streaming. I don't know. I know a lot of my friends who stream. So if you stream, or you know whether you like, let me know if you like videos on Facebook or YouTube or a little combination of both. But I feel like the world of social media is always changing. Okay, so I found myself. That is all good. Let's put that over there. Welcome, welcome. I hope you've had a great week here in, for me, it's officially summer holidays. I've been very I don't know, this week has just been kind of not lazy bone, but just dragging. And I think it's just because I had such a busy month of June coming off of work and events and things like that. It was just kind of crazy, but I'm enjoying my downtime. I'm really liking my slow paced mornings. So that is really good. So tonight, if you're new to my channel, welcome to Stamp with Anne community. And if not, then you know that I go live Mondays and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And for the month of summer, I will be adding in a third Facebook Live. It will be Thursday mornings, but tomorrow I have a couple appointments, so it'll be tomorrow afternoon. So this week, each week I pick a product of the week, and this week I've picked the Cheers and Sips bundle. This bundle is part of the Celebratory Sips suite. That suite has been so popular. This came out in May online exclusive release, and either this DSP has been out, the embossing folders have been out, the bundle has been out. It's crazy. It is a very popular set. So hopefully after tonight and, showing you what I'm going to share this week, that it'll inspire you to maybe add this into your collection. It's a great one. I think you can use it for so many different occasions. Obviously birthday, you can use it for, graduation, graduations, like a fun scrapbooking page, maybe a festive drink for Christmas. There's so much you can do with this set. As I said, it's been so popular. It's been in and out of stock. Currently, the stamp set is available, but not the dies. But I really wanted to show it to you this week because I don't want you guys to miss out if you don't have this in your collection. All right, tonight we're creating a fun fold. And then I have three. So creating a fun fold, and I actually cased myself. My daughter's birthday was last week, so I was going through my cards and I was like, oh, I really like this card, I should give it to her. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I should case that and redo it. So I went back to find my video, and I did that video. It was video number 7. And I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, I've really changed doing my videos over the last few years. Now we are up to video 208. So 200 videos ago was when I showed that one. I think that's pretty amazing. And I'm just loving the journey and every moment of it. So, if you follow me, you know that I always start with, chocolate. Chocolate is my thing. I'm working on this bag here. It's called, if you love chocolate covered almonds and coconut, they're chocolate covered coconut almonds. They are so good. So that is what I am working on. I'm not really, sorry, I'm just trying to move some stuff. I kind of pick at them. I have a couple handfuls and then I eat some other chocolate and stuff like that. I'm trying not to eat as much these days. All right, I am going to flip my camera so we can get started. I'm going to show you what I have that is part of this suite. and then we're going to dive into our fancy fold. And I will post the measurements to this project. I'll upload the video to YouTube. It will be on my blog, and I will give you all the measurements you need for this template. And I think I forgot to put the measurements in my scrapbooking page. I'll have to go back and check that tomorrow. Yesterday. So just one of those things, right? And then make sure you set your alarm for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd. Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, July 2nd. So it's crazy. Beginning of July. Where did the first 6 months of the year go? Oh my gosh. The next 6 months are gonna fly by. All right, so let's flip the camera. So if you're here, say hi, and if you're watching on the replay, shout out to my replay warriors. I know this time is a busy time of year. Just let me know where you're watching from, and ask, comment and chat with me while we're doing this video. That's what helps keep me going and doing these videos. All right, so let's flip the camera. As you can see, it has definitely been raining out, and I'm just going to see if I can pull up a little bit here. Actually, I'm going to leave that right there. All right, so tonight, let me make sure I think that looks good. Tonight, we are showcasing the Cheers and Sip bundle, which is part of, I just want to make sure my video looks great here. Oh, that's too much. Maybe just a little bit more down. Let's see. I would love to know, because I know a lot of you guys, I think as far as I can go, a lot of you watch videos, and I would love to know, do you like videos where they're like close up or like farther away so you can see more? Let me know, because I'm always trying to improve my videos each week. Okay, so this week we're showcasing the Cheers and Sip. It is a bundle, or you can buy just a stamp set, or just the dies, or just the paper. You can buy individually, or you can buy it as a suite. The Cheers and Sips is a photo Palmer stamp set, and then it has these matching dies to go with it. This is actually, I'm borrowing this from a team member. Shout out to my team member, Leanne, because every time I went to order this bundle, it was either not available or it was available and I missed it. So as I said to you, it's been a very, very popular set. So if you are thinking, hey, I like this set, you might want to put it on. You can go into our online store. The easiest way is go to my blog, click shop now. If you go to this item, it'll say not available, but you can click on notify me, and then when Stampin' Up, it has it in stock, it will notify you, and then you can order it, add it to your order if you choose. Okay, so Cheers and Sip bundle. We have the beautiful Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. That's a mouthful. As soon as I saw this paper back in March, because I got a sneak peek when I was out on stage, I fell in love with it. And one of the reasons I fell in love with it is because it has a lot of the coordinating new in colors. So it has Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slash, Cloud Cover. So I thought that was a great way to show the Designer Series paper, but incorporate some of the new in colors. I love this pattern. It has been my favorite. I've been using it all the time. So tonight, I'm actually going to make a card with this. I believe this is the pattern I chose. I'm going to make a card with you. I'm going to show you my sample, and then I'm going to show you my inspiration. And then I have 3 other cards to share with you. So that is the Designer Series paper. Also in this suite is embossing folders. They're mini embossing folders. I think they're called glass embossing folders. I have not been able to order them because every time I go to order them, they're out of stock. That tells you how popular this set is. These are the holographic resin dots, which are super cute. I'm going to show you those on the cards later. I really like them. I just like how they catch the color in different ways. Also in this set is this beautiful gold striped ribbon. Okay, I don't know, but I think this ribbon should be with a Christmas suite. Not this suite, but if you do Christmas cards and you like the gold color, you're going to want to stock up on this ribbon before it goes out of, runs out or goes into low inventory. I think it's really, really pretty. So we are going to use, I believe we're using that tonight. I can't remember if I put that on my sample or not. All right, so tonight we are creating a fancy fold. And I'm going to show you my inspiration, and then we're going to create the card. So my inspiration was this card. Do you remember this set? I loved this paper. I think it was called the Ice Cream Scoop. It was a stamp set, and it had a coordinating punch. I think I still have it because I loved it so much that I kept it. But what happens was, it was like this fun fancy fold. So when I gave this to my daughter, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like that. I should figure out how to do that. So then I searched myself on my blog, found the video, watched it, or just got the measurements and then created. So this is what we're going to create tonight. I just wanted to show you that was my inspiration for the card. So tonight's colors, I'm trying to think outside the box and show you different color inspirations. So this is our color coach, and I knew I wanted to use Blackberry Bliss, but I was trying to find what colors I could put with Blackberry Bliss, because I was like, oh, like what colors coordinate, what colors work with it. So I pulled this card out and I put it on a piece of Blackberry Bliss, which I think will be very helpful as our colors change over the years. It would be nice to see what that coordinating color was. So those colors was Berry Burst and Old Olive, and I was like, ooh, that's a pretty color. That's a really beautiful color combination. And Old Olive was actually in my paper pack, so I was like, I'm going to use this as my inspiration. So I'll just bring that up so you guys can see it. Like this would be a really nice one too, right? This would be a beautiful fall colored one, I think. Definitely will have to try that in the fall. So yeah, so really neat colored combinations. So that was that. So our cards that we need, and we're actually going to do a little bit of measuring here. So what I like to do is I like to create a template. And what I mean by that is I'll just cut up some designer series paper, I'll take some old pattern paper, and then I'll create my template that way. So with this, you're going to cut your cardstock 4 1/4 by 11. So let's bring in that handy dandy trimmer, and just a minute here because I need to switch. I don't even know if I can do it right now. No, okay. So 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it, which I already did, at 2 3/4. So, sorry, let me start that again. 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to turn it. We're going to put the left side in, and we're going to slide it to 2 3/4. You're going to score. Then you're going to slide it again and score it at 5 1/2. Okay. So then, I'm just going to move this out of my way. And I'm going to bring in that bone folder. So when you do that, you would have a card that looks like this. Fold it. I folded it in half first, and then I did that, creased that fold. And then I folded it back and I creased that fold. So that kind of has that start of that card, okay? The next piece we need is this piece here. And it is 3 1/4 by 9, and we're going to score it at 3 inches and 6 inches. 6 inches? Oh my gosh, inches. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. This is what happens when you're home all day. You don't have adult interaction. Well, you do. Like, I do talk to my family, but it's not like when I was talking at work. All right, so I'm just literally the first, so I did that fold in, I'm gonna crease that, and then I did that, and I'm gonna crease it like that, right? So it's looking like that. Now you can see how we're kind of starting to get that fold. I have a piece of this gorgeous designer series paper. Now, I have to tell you, like, when I first saw this paper in here, I was like, what does that really have to do with like festive drinks, summery drinks, and like this one has fruits and this one has, I was like, what? Like that's kind of a different pattern to have in there. But I thought I'm going to challenge myself to use it. So the one side has this beautiful pattern, the other side has this old olive. So we're going to use the old olive side, and we're going to put that down. I am using glue because every time I place an order, I forget to add on tape runners. I just have to make myself a big note. Or put it in my shopping cart, and then when it's there, when I need to go. All right, so there's that. Now, the next piece we have is this piece here. So this piece, we're going to use this side, and this measures 2 1/2 by 4. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. Now, actually, before I do that, we're going to put some ribbon. All right, so let me find my tape runner. What did I do with it? I don't even know where it went. It's missing in action. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's on my desk. Oh my gosh. I must have taken it out earlier. Okay, so do you ever lose things when you're doing like crafting or like, and it's right in front of you? All right, so look at that pretty ribbon. I think this ribbon would be really pretty for Christmas cards. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna use my paper snips. Now, if you follow me, you know that I have paper snips that are only used for ribbon. These were a charm, one of the ones we got from Stampin' Up. So I like to use just ribbon scissors because it keeps your scissors nice and sharp. All right, so put my tape there. And we're going to put this down here, just like that. Okay, so you can see that our card base is starting to come together. You could put pattern paper in here if you want. I decided to leave it just the way it is. I liked that little bit of color in there. All right, so we have these. Now it is going to open like this. So this one here is going to have a white, and this inside is going to have a white. So let's go ahead and put that white down. And I forgot to grab. Okay, so there's that. And now we're gonna decorate this one. And before we assemble it, we're just gonna do some decorating. So let me grab, I forgot to grab my one set of drinks here. Okay, so when you get this pattern paper, I'm just gonna move this off to the side. You have, it comes like this, and I just keep mine always in here, but it comes with all these like little festive drinks. So let's see what we're gonna decorate it with. I'm gonna use this cup, I think, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. I have that one cut out. So I like to just throw my pieces in here because you never know when you're gonna want something to use to cut out. Let's see, I thought I had another one cut out. Oh, maybe we should use this one. Maybe we'll use that one instead. Maybe that one and that one. Let's see. Oh, I have an orange one. Well, we're just gonna pull out all our colors right now and see what we have. Okay, so when I first got this paper, I was like, what is this pattern and why would you use it? And then someone showed me and I was like, oh, I saw it on a friend's page. And I was like, oh, that's why you use that. It is used so that you can, actually that's not what I needed, I need this. That you can create your own little cups. So let's see, do we want a big one or no, we just want this little one here. So let's grab a block. We're going to stamp it in Memento ink. Actually, I'm going to stamp it in Secrecy. If you know, then you know Secrecy is one of my new favorite ink colors. I love it. So literally you just go like that. And then you can cut it out, and then you'll have the shape of your cup that you want. Okay, so let's just put this back in the frame here. And actually, while I have that out, I should have probably did that. I'm just gonna stamp cheers in the middle. So let's do that while I have this stamp out in the ink. Usually I stamp before I put my paper down. So let's just hope this works. Cheers. And then it says, to you, to us, it's your day. So let's do, or let's celebrate. Let's do cheers. Let's celebrate. Because then I figure you could use this for a birthday card. You could use it for a graduation card. Maybe someone who's retiring. We had a lot of those, you know, a lot of people retired this time of year, especially in the school system. So it would be a great card to give. Or, you know what? I actually think you could use this card for a bridal shower or, yeah, I think a bridal shower would be really nice. Okay, so let me put that off the side. Let me grab my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. All right, so here's my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This is the boho blue. Stampin' Up doesn't carry this color anymore, but you can get our basic white. It still works pretty good. We're going to put our die in, and actually, I talked about this thing the other day. Because I'm right-handed, I like my handle on the right side. I'm going to line up that die with our stamped image. I use Post-it tape just to secure the images on my mats as I run it through so it doesn't slip on me. And pull that off. Now, remember, I always say to you, get in the habit of removing these because you don't want to throw them into your recycling bin and then have to go search for them. Trust me. Don't ask me how I know that because I've done that. It's not fun. I remember the one time I was working, I have like an island that is my Big Shot table, like not my Big Shot, but my cutting table, and I dropped a die. Oh my gosh, I was looking for it, my husband was looking for it, my kids were looking for it, and it literally bounced and dropped into one of my crates that I have store all my dies in. Okay, so we have that. Let's bring in another pair of scissors here. And we're just gonna cut this one out. So I'm just using, these are our craft scissors. If you've been around with Stampin' Up, then you know what these are. When I first started with Stampin' Up, we had to cut our own red rubber stamps. Like our stamps would come and you would have to cut them out and put the labels on. And then you needed a good pair of scissors, but I just love these scissors. They're like my favorite. I'm just trying to see what we want here. So we're gonna put this down, and I think we're gonna add a little bit of green. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's move these over here. So I'll lose them. All right, let's, I'm just gonna put this down here for a minute. So I'm going to adhere this one down. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one down. I would love to know, are you a glue person? Or are you a tape runner? Or are you a little bit of both? I know people who swear by the tape, and I know people who swear by the tape runners. All right, by the glue. This, look how big these dimensionals are. Oh my gosh. So these are from one of our Paper Pumpkin collection kits, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so big that I was like, what the heck? And I wish Stampin' Up would come out with these. Like, they should literally market these because I think they're like, they need to come out in this size. They're amazing. All right. Sorry. All right, so there is our drinks. Look how festive that is. We're going to go ahead and put this down. Oh my gosh, getting some glue here. I like the glue, I just don't like it when it gets on my fingers. There's a tip out there, please let me know. Okay, so there is that. Okay, so that's our, and then it says cheers, let's celebrate. So this card can be used for anything. So now let's create the magic. So when you create this fun fold, the first thing you want to do is I would set it in my base, because I don't want to glue it down and it not be where I want it, or I put glue somewhere that it's not supposed to be. So I have my, I'm going to call it like a Z fold here. I'm going to close this, and this part that is open is going to slide into this part. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that it's nice and centered, that I have enough room on this side and this side. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm going to open it. Now, I'm actually going to use my tape runner for this, and I'm just going to put some tape down the side here. You don't want to put tape on all of it, because if you do, guess what? You're going to glue your page, your thing shut. And so if you actually put glue here, it would stick to here and it wouldn't work. So that's not what we want. We want this card to flow when we opened it. All right, so we have that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this, and we're actually gonna put tape on all of this, just like that, okay? Now I'm going to take the right side and I'm just going to fold it like this. so that when we open it, our card is now, oops, and I see this is why it's a good thing to have tape, because if it was glue, it wouldn't have been, oh, just a little off-centered. Okay, so just making sure, this is like that. Let's make sure it's nice and straight. Well, I think it's gonna work. Yep, it's gonna work. I think this is just a little crooked. I'm just gonna, I think maybe it's the way I put it on here. Let me see if I can pull this side up a bit. So that's the one thing about tape. You can remove it if you need to. Oh, I think there we go. That's better. That's straight. Okay, so now it's going like this. I just wanted to fix it. So the one thing about using tape, you will have that flexibility to move it, where sometimes with the glue, it only gives you that little bit of option. So this is what our card looks like now. We're gonna finish decorating it. We got some more things to do. So let's bring back in that ribbon, and I'm going to make a bow. And I just teach, like, my customers always like, oh, I don't like making bows, make bows for me. And I honestly just do it like I was teaching a child how to tie their shoes. So I would be like, one bunny ear, another bunny ear, crossover, and that. And then you pull through. And then just kind of pull until you get that piece that you really just kind of, oh, let me try that again. I find this ribbon, it is nice, but sometimes working with it for bows are hard. Oh, I missed it again. This is one thing, another reason why when I first started as a demonstrator and I was making cards, I would cut my ribbon off my thing, and I would get so frustrated with myself because I was cutting the ribbon shorter than what I needed. And then I was at, I think, an event with another demonstrator, and they shared about leaving it on your roll and then cutting as you go. And I really liked that because I found I didn't waste as much ribbon. Where before I would think, oh, I need this as a size I need to cut my ribbon, and guess what? It would never cut the size of ribbon you needed. So I would always throw it, it would be too short, and I would waste it. So if you follow me, I posted this on my social media. It was just a tip. I use binder clips to hold my ribbon in place. So I just fold my ribbon over, hold a little binder clip, and then it sits nice on my shelf. So then the ribbon ends aren't all flying around, which is kind of nice. So, all right, let's finish out here. So I'm gonna bring in my glue dots. I'm hoping, we're gonna put that there like that. So there's our bow, and now we're gonna finish it off with some lovely little, these holographic embellishments, which I said were so nice. Look at that, aren't they cool? I really like them. Okay, let me put my scissors away here because I don't need those, but I'm going to bring in one of my favorite tools, which is the Take a Pick tool. I would say this is probably in my top 10 list of things you need, along with the glass mat. I have a lot of top 10 favorites, top 10s, but these are definitely a highlight. Okay, so I am not going to put, I would like to put some here, but I don't want to because I feel like that's where people will hold it. So I'm just gonna put my adhesive, my little dots down here, right there, and then I'll put one big one up here. No, I'm actually gonna do a small one. Right there. So, all right, let me show you. Let's move this out of the way. I'll put that over there for now. Show you our finished card, our fun fold. Okay, so there is our card for tonight's fun fold. So I don't even know, I'm gonna call this a Zen fold maybe. Maybe that's what I would call it. So it opens up like this, and it's just that little bit of wow factor for your friend or family members or a coworker or whoever you want to give it to. But I mean, who wouldn't want to just sit there and go like this? Like it's kind of relaxing and rewarding. All right, so there is our fun fold card for the evening. So I'm going to open it this way just so you can see. So it opens like that. And then you can tell there, it looks like that on the inside. So that is a card tonight. I want to show you a few more samples. So when I was creating this project, I always have to make a sample and then I recreate another one with you. So this one's, we went with the blackberry and the old olive. I told you one of my favorite colors is strawberry slush, and then I really like the strawberry slush pattern that was in this paper. So the one side of the pattern is this dots and the other side is this fun drink. So I was like, oh, let's like use that. That will be a fun one. So here is the card that I made, showcasing this fun fold, just in a different color. Once again, I used the Celebratory Slips Designer Series paper. I used the gold ribbon, I used the dots, I pulled in those drinks, and then when it opens up, it says, cheers, let's celebrate. So 2 cards done the same way, but just different colors. So I want to know, do you like, we'll call this, the Blackberry Bliss is card A, and the Strawberry Slush is card B. Which one is your favorite? I like them both for different reasons, but I have to say this one. I'm a Strawberry Slush. I love strawberries, so Strawberry Slush is kind of like my thing. So this is a fun one. Anyways, that is the 2 cards that I have to share with you for their fun fold. But I do have some other cards to share with you. I did create this a while back, and I did showcase it when I was using, I can't remember the name of that stamp set. I think it's Layered Thoughts. So this is the Timid Tiger with cloud cover. I pulled in that Secret Sea, brought in those drinks from this Designer Series paper. These are the 2025 in colored dots. And then I use that big, bold greetings. There's one sample done. This one I just made on the weekend. I was trying to figure out a way to use this pattern. So I did Secret Sea. This is a Secret Sea pattern with I want to call it the fruit paper. I pulled in a little bit of the cloud cover. Did the Strawberry Slush, so I thought I would make my own drink with ice, add a little umbrella and a strawberry, and I said to you, because I figured you could use it for a birthday card, maybe a thank you card, lots of different reasons to use it. And then the last card, every month at my team meeting, so I am the leader of the Stamp to Create team here in Canada, and I always give my team a sketch, so a sketch challenge so they can get in. My goal with my team is for us to be a community, so that we're there to support through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And my other goal is to get them in their craft rooms, because I know for me, having such a busy job, that crafting is my therapy. Like, I have to come in here every night just to de-stress from my day. So my goal with my team is to challenge them every month to get them in their craft room, even if it's for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I have people who craft every day, but I have people who craft like sometimes on the weekend. So my goal is to give them challenges to get in their craft room. So this was a mystery challenge. So I gave them the mystery pieces they needed, and then they came, I showed them the card, and then I showed them how to put the mystery card together. I really like this one. I think it's a fun one. Cheers, it's your day. Like, you could totally put like a gift card up there. Once again, it could be used for a bridal shower. It could be used for a congratulations, a thank you. There's a birthday, so much you can do with this. And then the other challenge I give them is I always give them a sketch challenge. So this was just the card that I had them do, that I created for our mystery challenge. So as you can see, I have created a lot of samples, variety of samples showcasing what you can do with this amazing suite. I would have to say it's one of my top favorites. I love the colors. I love the fun drinks. And the funny thing is, I'm not even like, I'm not a person who drinks, but I love, like, this could be lemonade. This could be like a fun drink that you could get like a Starbucks. It could be one of your refreshers or something like that. So yeah, so I hope I've inspired you tonight with this Facebook Live. I hope that you will look at the products. So I would definitely, the easiest way is to go www.stampwithann.com, click shop now, and just type in cheers and sips in this search bar, and you will get all the products that coordinate with it. Like as I said, the dies are not available, but they're due back in July 7th, around July 7th. So I did not want to not show you this. I've been trying to do this like since it came out, but every time I went to show it was not available. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to show you because I feel like I don't want you to miss out again. Anyways, it's a great suite. I really enjoy it. Okay, so I have showed you how to use it in a scrapbook page. So that video is already loaded up on my YouTube channel and on my blog. I will take pictures of these cards and I will post them to my blog. Hoping I will do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I have an appointment in the morning, so when I get home later in the afternoon. And then join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, because I have a fun, I'm going to be releasing my PDF of the month, and I am using this suite. So, and this is a project that I've never done, so I'm excited to share it with you. So tomorrow I will show you the PDF, I will show you the paper I used, and I will show you the cards I made and the stamp sets and the product I used. So in case you wanted to purchase that, you can, if you place an order in my online store or with me, you will get that PDF for free. And the value of that is, oh, I can't remember what I did. I think it's $60 Canadian before shipping and taxes and rewards. Or you can purchase just the PDF if you are a demonstrator who would like to use it. All right, everyone, that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or morning, wherever you may be watching from. Stay safe, have a great night, and a great rest of your day. And I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I look forward to crafting with you again. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for joining me tonight. Bye.